Welcome back, ladies and gents. We're just about to get underway in towards our second map here. Lynn Vision taking on Eruption in the second map. Of course, it's Overpass. It's the pick of Lynn Vision. They're flying out towards site as Westmoreland takes all of the control.
Yeah, not wasting any time at all. Just charging straight forwards, finding all the heads. Dobu was ready in connector, I believe, with the jewel. He's not going to get an opportunity to use them, apparently. Yep, there's just too many bodies here. Amelia can't really believe her eyes as well. Dobu's still alive. 4-on-1 out of nowhere. Lynn Vision with an incredibly clean pistol round so far. Dobu's actually going to swap across to the USP to try and fight a bit more at range. Leave those jewelies in the dust. I just don't think this one's going to happen, and they are giving a hell of a lot of respect across here, even to, you know, just the one kill that Dobu might be able to find. Kit retrieved. Save what you've got, I suppose. Take that into the next round. Maybe find an exit or two in this round. Just not going to happen. Lynn Vision in with the first. There's Dobu chiming in. We'll get traded quickly, though. So there you have it.
Not bad. Really not bad, actually. That's all I guess you can say for Lynn Vision. They're starting off in quite the strong fashion. And sort of, you know, they're a side who we said they struggled in that first series on pistols. I think they, lost all but one across all three maps. It was relatively sort of one-sided in a way. Thankfully, though, they're able to find a little bit of success. And I mean, I guess kickstart things on that T side. The T side of Overpass can be very difficult. Get that ball going. The snowball effect on the roll, and if we can see a little bit of success come through, that's when we can start to feel quite the more comfortable. Tag off the back of the scout story, down to 38. Just a scout, really, for the CT side to work with. It isn't going to be anything too monumental.
Amelia. Solid stuff to take out Yami. Looking pretty good here then in the anti-force spy. Coolest going for a chase down towards long, hoping to drop X-Pro and importantly a Galil. Ooh, and does so. Nice shot. Nice shot indeed, with the bombs making its way to B, where there is actually no defenders. Starry on the lurk hold here. Shinobi just going to go straight past it. Could have even been in for a knife kill there. I think we were kind of robbed of our first knife of the day. I'm not going to lie to you, but, you know, we can keep hoping.
You know, one day, either way, where we stand now, I mean, again, you're looking at Eruption side, and you're thinking, you know, this could be the end of their story here, especially in the upper bracket, because, I mean, their map pick, which kind of seemed like the ace up their sleeve of Anubis, didn't really look comfortable. Of course, now in towards our second. Lynn Vision starting really well. It's not even been made that expensive. Yes, you know, you're walking away with a Galil and a scout in towards the next. But overall, it still should be Lynn Vision finding 3 before there's like a real proper response coming through. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far for Lynn Vision. They kind of look a little bit more refreshed and a little bit more confident and comfortable compared to what we saw over towards that first series. It does make me question kind of what happened there, or maybe if Renew or RSI that going in towards you know the future 2023, maybe they're a side that we have to keep an eye on, because if they're able to compete with some of the big boys, then it could be all the more interesting. And I am interested to see how their game against IHC ends up panning out, and I'll sporadically check the scores on the doors over there. But so far, the score here 2-0. Full buy, of course, still in play. Let's see side, and already Eruption have to work with is that scout and the Galil alongside it.
Yami going to go aggressive down towards long. This would indeed be the kind of battle zone for this one. We saw on the overpass that we had earlier so many scraps out towards the long mid fountain area. So I'll be curious to see if we get more of that from Lynn Vision. Looking pretty confident though. Fury does get traded quickly. Dobu, meanwhile, trying to chime in himself. Not going to happen for him, unfortunately. So a little bit missing the boat on this one. They will get the bomb back. They're as yet to take control of a site. Do need to be careful. Zaka on 6 HP. Still, the setups, the frags, all coming in nice and easy. Everything looking good. And it should be an easy cleanup on these remaining 2 players.
Well, for now, with a slower tempo, rotation coming back as well. Just take a little bit of that contact over towards the B site. Of course, numbers in their favour. Firepower 2. This should be, on paper, relatively easy. If you're looking over towards Eruption 2, if they can get a couple of kills on the way out, it's a world in which you're feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident. at least make it expensive. That T-side economy doesn't get completely out of whack. One spotted in towards water. Should be dropped momentarily, and that will be the case. That's the B-site. Open. I mean, for Yami, what does he really do here? If he can get anything on exit, it'd be nice. I think it's pretty unlikely, though, because Utah is going to deny him of getting anywhere even remotely close.
Yami. On the Deeg. Anybody going to give him a chance? It looks like he's going to play it safe and really stealth for this exit here, not wanting to waste any time at all. Not wanting to waste any time at all. Nice flick from Westmelon coming in. Solid stuff. Lynn Vision looking pretty good. You know, we're only 3 rounds in, but they're already, you know, just going through the motions. We'll see how this rifle goes down, but the confident play that we see from that T side so far effective.
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing so far is, I mean, obviously a good start, but we haven't really seen too much which is convincing over towards Eruption. This is where we get to have a look in towards what that CT side was like. You know, you look over towards Anubis as well. We saw some really decent moments, especially when the double AWP setup was in play, you know, for Coolest. And, yeah, I mean, at times, those two really kind of stepped up and had this ability to find that success on the CT and the double AWP. So I'm interested to see how they now go about their overpass. Do they play aggro and take fights and trying to, you know, be the difference makers? Or are they going to be a little bit more on the passive side? Who's coming through? Coolest. Having a look. See if he can find the opening pick. Flash won't really catch him, and Yami will find the first. Westmelon to fall.
Oh, and Starry also going to go down here to the AWP. Pretty decisive stuff there, actually rotating kind of everybody across that A bomb site. Really solid early hold them from Eruption. A bit of a gamble stack. One might say, but a 5v3 should be winnable, right? Even on a B retake.
You would hope. You would hope. I mean, I'd like the idea of sticking it as a 5, right? Playing it in terms of numbers game, playing as that kind of that pack, that group to make this difference. Either way, for now, very slow, cool, calm, collected. They're looking to try and find a way to get back in towards this round. I can't really see how Lynn Vision can find success here, though, and time's ticking.
We're going to find another. So looking very good here. 30 seconds left to go. Like you say, the time is ticking along. They've got plenty of money in the bank to kind of survive the loss bonus, but definitely do need to go down with it. Zaka going to be finished here. The only kill to come in is off the back of his AWP, and Lynn Vision very quickly. They are proven to be mortal here on Overpass.
They're proving that should be a fairly respectable side. You know, if they're able to find consistent consecutive success on the CT side, Eruption do become, you know, quite fearsome in a way. And I think we have to start looking at them and giving them the kind of the respect they deserve in a way. So far, not bad at any stretch of the imagination for Lynn Vision. They need to be careful. Once again, this is a map, kind of actually the polar opposite over towards Anubis. It's seen to be way more weighted over towards that CT side. Not about starting a Starry. Impact fragger dropped immediately. The AWP forced a little bit back, but he might get another. Alongside Dobu, they are making this easy.
They are absolutely making it easy. Eruption not messing about here on map 2. Lynn Vision really having their work cut out for them, it would seem. Westmelon does manage to find that B defender. Maybe they'll start to read into this fact that it, you know, is a super aggressive A hold from Eruption, and B is much more vulnerable. That would kind of be the switch up in the next round if Eruption are going to go for it. So Lynn Vision, I think, might just get sent back to the drawing board quicker than they were expecting.
There's a world to be made as well where to keep hold of what he's got, right? I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to reclick the bomb, find success. It's just maybe even park up, right? The wood pallets over towards the upper part. Doesn't matter anyway. Westman will fall. And just like that, 4 minutes alive. That's actually a pretty convincing performance coming through now. Eruption starting to look really, really decent. We're already starting to see what this side can bring to the table. I gotta say, this is already looking about how at times it did look for this Eruption side on towards Anubis, where they're able to just get a large majority of the control of the game, and Lynn Vision on their T side starting to get to a point where you get a little bit concerned, right? If they can't really put up some decent numbers, at least 5, potentially 6 rounds on T side, then that's when I get really worried. And of course, only pistols for them heading into round number 6. So this, on paper, should be Eruption tying this game right back up. Not too much of a response, unless something magical comes out.
Oh, nice shot coming in to take down the first. It's going to be the bomb as well. So big info gain, really. Easy stuff here for the automatic weapons to clean up, and just all the way down to X-Pro, the only one left. Nothing going to come of this round. Lynn Vision, they will be working themselves into a bit of a corner now. Buy back in, but they've got a lot of work to do, to say the least.
Bit of a time to have a breather as well. This is kind of the point where I wouldn't even mind attack pause coming through from Lynn Vision, just to kind of really going to delve into a conversation about how they're going to go about their T side, because it kind of goes back to what we're saying of, if this falls flat, then they're stuck in that brutal cycle where it's going to rinse and repeat of full buy-in, don't find success, back to an eco, and it's kind of, you know, the age-old saying of doing the same thing over and over again. That's kind of the expecting something to change is the definition of insanity, and it kind of feels like that to a degree. Hoping for Lynn Vision can change their fate a little bit here, but don't be a story. Easy.
Whoa, nice shot from Yami, though, to make sure that things are going to remain competitive. They're looking to get the catch onto each other, ultimately, and I think crossing in the night there a little bit. Trade will be there from Westmelon, thank goodness, but still 2 versus 2. That is just incredibly scrappy out towards mid. Still, look at where Amelia's at. Very pushed up on A. The info is just so thin from both sides.
A lot of space to be working with as well. How do they play this? A wrap coming through. Bomb still needs to go down as well. This is... Oh, it's not comfortable. Not at all. This is a really awkward position where they've got to be extremely careful about this starting to fall a little bit flat. Time's ticking. Only 45 seconds to work with.
Oh, and the corner angle as well. Going to hear all these footsteps coming through. An early peek from Shinobi, though. Maybe gives the game away. Fury going to be the only one left then against 2. And you can see just the pace immediately picks up from both sides, particularly from Fury, looking for this flank play. Ooh. Does find the head of Westmelon. Hell of a shot coming in. Bomb plant for Amelia. And creep round the corner. Just hoping to find the head. Going to get it as well. Hell of a round from Amelia. Massive 1v1 clutch for Lynn Vision. And they will steal that one because, my God, it was really looking like they'd let it drop.
I thought it was done, especially when it down to the 1 versus 1. Immediate low HP, and you're thinking, surely not like this. I mean, that would have been kind of dead in the water. And back to that conversation, like I was saying, of Lynn Vision really stuck in a really brutal rot. But, hey, thankfully, it's a position now where we're looking at maybe some success coming through on the T side. Like I said, 5-6 rounds, and I feel a little bit comfortable about the T side. Anything less than that is where things get really concerning for me. At the very least, I think, you know, a few positives to come through. And even as well for Eruption too. They're in a position where things are actually fairly okay for them. They got money to work with in this round. Not long term though. So this is a great opportunity for Lynn Vision to claw back complete control of the game. And I think actually maybe even put this kind of this first half even to the argument of kind of dead to rights.
This is going to be tough. Aggression out through ramp. It is just Westmelon on that Tech 9 to meet them and not ready for it. However, the damage that's done through the smoke, I believe, that he puts down is absolutely massive. Criminal, he doesn't come away with a kill there, and it's going to be unconfirmed damage at that. So we'll see these early frags that you'd assume to come in the next few seconds are going to be so important now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm feeling a little bit nervy, just a tad. Great fight. You need to find one. Dobie to fall as well. Bit of space. Numbers 2. All good. A lot of damage dealt, but they should get space to get that bomb down over towards A.
Yep, absolutely. Amelia going to find another as well to make sure that it's definitely going to be doable. And I think with the HPs that are here, it's just going to be a save move. Absolutely going to be a save move.
I don't think it's a bad call. Yeah, I don't actually mind that call.
It kind of sucks. I think if they'd got there quickly, they could have found some trades out. But yeah, with, you know, the HP bars here really not being good, 32 HP or whatever between the two of them. you just have to save. It's a rare one from the Asian scene, but saved nonetheless.
It is. No, it is. No, you're right. You're bang on. I think now we have to just have conversations about what is the plan going forward for the side. I mean, how are they going to be able to find that success? How are they going to be able to, I mean, try and deliver in a way that we'd hope, right? And this is already not looking comfortable with a map down. You're looking at this Eruption side and thinking, I mean, it is worrying. It is probably the best way to put it, right? It's not hopeful. It's not comfortable, right? And this is where, for me, I get very worried that this could already be starting to come to those latter stages and already starting to get to a point where maybe we have to make conversations like Checkmate dropping in towards, or Checkmate might say, Eruption dropping in towards that lower bracket. It's just not comfortable at all, right? And it's not concise. And at times where we saw it towards Anubis where they're able to compete with this side, it was few and far between, but at least making a bit of a competition. Lynn Vision just looked like the clear out better side.
Yeah, very true. That is very true. I mean, ultimately playing a bit more effectively now, I would say. So, pretty solid stuff. Here we go. Keen fight in towards the short water area. X-Pro going to make sure that it comes in a keen trade. Fury, though, does find a pretty big one. 3 versus 3 as they move in through Monster. Zaka leading the charge from the back here. Shinobi going to find one. It's quickly traded out. 2 versus 2. Now just a 1 versus 1. A flurry of frags over on that B bomb site, but it's Zaka to come away. He doesn't have the bomb down. He doesn't have the info, but he does have the brains for the read here, and he's looking towards A. Coolest just going to wait patiently, but I think with this bomb moving towards A, it should be an advantageous 1v1 for Zaka.
Yeah, safe to say this is quite the interesting one. Orbs in hand. I mean, Zaka at times, like we've mentioned, been a little bit quiet. I mean, not as a standout as maybe Coolest, but this is going to be difficult. How does he try and find success here? The bomb should go down. That beckons over the rotation. Now, what does Coolest do to make this work in his favor? How does he find some success? And where is he able in the post plant? Zaka, tech down in hand. He might actually catch him on the rotation. This could be dicey. I thought
the spin around.
I thought he was gonna knife. I thought he was gonna. He kind of bided his time a little bit there. I thought he was looking for a little knife. That nearly got very uncomfortable. I think maybe a little bit comfortable, or a bit cocky. Thank God it ends up paying off, right? Jesus, that could have been really worrying.
He landed the leg there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That could have got worrying.
Close. Yeah, I mean, why would you wait there? Just get the kill, for goodness sake. Oh my goodness, feeling so cheeky. And as we said throughout, there's only one spot available, so those little moments can really make all the difference. You can see where the cash is at now. And again, with the hero rifle play, not going to work. Yami gets taken down. So Lynn Vision looking set for the 7th. The scary gun taken out of this round.
Well, what do you know about Star? Coolest to 4, of course, just pistols. Dobby will get net himself one. Hey, he'll take anything they can get. Of course, it is just that low buy, so walking away with a couple of kills really isn't too shabby. I think they're really going to make sure that they don't drop any rifles over towards Eruption, and they're absolutely fine. That would be the only thing where you could maybe say that things are on a little bit more concerning path. Flash will come through. I'm sure Fury must have been caught by it. Into his back dice. 5 points of HP, and he will fall just like that. Easy stuff. 7 rounds already. This is really good work. I've got to say, really nice and solid coming through. And I think for Lynn Vision, they're on the road to putting up a very stellar, solid performance here in towards this series, and maybe even seeing off in 2. The way that they're already setting themselves up is looking very, very considerable.
Well, we do have a pause coming in here. Hopefully should be through this in just a moment. I think we're just getting everything sorted in terms of the server itself. Should be all good to get going pretty quickly. I do have it on good authority, so do not worry for us.
On good authority. Just a quick one. I mean, this one back on the way. Round 11 should be, again, another good time where we can have a a little bit of a convo about kind of where things stand right now. But hey, I mean, I gotta say for Lynn Vision on T sides, if you put up these sort of numbers, I think they'd already be pretty happy. Even if it ends up ending the other way, right, 8-7. Of course, they'd be pretty miffed that they maybe let it slip from being a dominant first half. The same way it was on Anubis, or of course that was 10-5 at the half. But yeah, I think even 7 rounds on T-side Overpass, I don't think that's actually that bad by any means. I don't think that's something that you turn your nose up at all. So far, so good in my books. They're looking pretty comfortable, and actually we're seeing, all in all, the team over towards Lynn Vision look really solid.
Single door blown open. Westmelon playing nice and patient down towards short water here. Gonna get pushed in as well. Little bit awkward. As the fights. Yami gonna find another with the spray down. This is absolutely all over the place, but it's Eruption that are coming out on top of these exchanges right now. Really good stuff. X-Pro slowly but surely working in, but Yami is just standing so strong. 3K coming in for Yami in an absolutely massive round. They've tried to get the trades out. Absolutely tried to get the trades out. It's just not happening at the moment.
No, not at all. Not at all. Bit of space, bit of time. Couple of attacks coming through. Story needs to be careful. Whoa. Man, they get a little bit uncomfortable for just a second. And now we're in a position once again where setting cells up, things looking very good, and it's a question of, as Lynn Vision, what's the call to arms? Of course, I think a save would actually kind of not be needed because they got money, and Zach is finding a couple of kills too, which isn't too bad. If they can make it expensive on the way out, that's okay. The AWP needs to be kind of ticked over. I wouldn't even have minded if maybe they sent Starry, you know, hunting over because they've got so much cash left in arrears, but hey, it doesn't really matter too much. Save called, made, open AK ticked over, but actually a very comfortable round there, all things considered from Eruption, and now they're slowly but surely starting to chip that deficit away just a tad. But this has been really good for the T side, and I'm still by all means saying that they've had a very good half, no matter kind of what happened here in the latter stages. I think they're going to make sure that they don't end up, you know, choking out kind of 5 consecutive rounds in a row or whatnot, and then they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you'd certainly think so, but we'll see. Tag onto Westmelon opening up once again. Early scraps. This time it's short water that seems to be the playground rather than actual playground itself as it was on the previous series. Slow but sure. Lynn Vision looking for a way back into this round. Not immediately presenting itself. Dobu, meanwhile, trying. Which way does he look? Which way does he go? The AWP nearly caught off. Coolest, though, with the quick reaction. Will manage to take down Starry. And that is exactly what they needed. Speaking of, though, Amelia going to break through with a 2K of her own. And now the B bomb site completely open. 3v3. What is going on in this round? Unbelievable. Nice pickup from Dobu. Trade is immediately in. Another what is going on in this round all over the shop. Coolest on 11 HP then to try and strike true for at least one AWP kill. Shinobi, meanwhile, is there fast. It's X-Pro against 2 for a big round. AWP shot rings off. Can't find it. Needs to take out the M4. Does so. The trade's not quite there. And the headshot from X-Pro lands. Massive 2v1 coming in to save Lynn Vision and to get them the advantage that cannot be defeated in this first half. A massive clutch in from X-Pro.
And now we're at a point where we can start sitting very comfy, right? They guaranteed the lead at the half. They got doubled around their opposition. Everything looking really good. And in Vision, we kind of spoke about them multiple times, having real individuals who stepped up and made differences. Westmelon, the amount of clutches he got on towards Anubis alone was standout. And X-Pro, that has really made a difference. Of course, I mean, Eruption have got money to work with, but it just doesn't really feel that comfortable, does it? Mainly because, yes, they've got firepower, but they just lack utility. And lack of utility on Overpass CT, that alone can be the difference maker. Might want to play off the back of a flash in the corner, but no, Yami is just going to fall back. Don't mind this call. Drop back, trying to take a little bit more of a passive approach. Of course, I think most importantly, you want to make sure that AWP doesn't fall over and drop in no man's land. Nice molly. Will force Dobu out, and there's the opener. There's the space.
Nice find from X-Pro. Starry as well, also going to chime in. Lynn Vision. This is what happens. They find the one big round, and it really spurs everybody on. The morale boost that it gives, you know, is absolutely massive, and it seems like it, once again, is going to make that difference. There's only 2 remaining on that CT side. So they're just going to move to save, and Lynn Vision, they've found themselves yet another round.
Easy save goal. Keep hold of what they've got. And well, just like that, I mean, kind of falling back into a position where, once again, can they save? Are there ideas? Messi, Westmoreland for 2. What a way to see it off. We've kind of called upon him time and time again. He's been someone who has been such a difference maker. And thankfully, he does exactly that. Really great work. Really, really great to see. And once again, all things looking so positive over towards Lynn Vision to potentially now, you know, see this off and see this into a position of being a 2-0. And I think that would net them in towards that grand final. Then they have to see for the lower brackets who's going to join them in tomorrow's action. So exciting times. Lynn Vision, they're very close now. In my books, they're starting to see this one off in quite a nice fashion. Starry overextends and he gets dropped with the pistols.
Yeah, absolutely does. Not looking too good. Coolest will get taken down, though. They've discovered the B-bomb site is completely clear, so actually looking good for a 10th here. On the Lynn Vision side, Amelia going to get trapped in, and it is maybe a Rorschach deal. We'll see how many more kills she can pick up before needing some assistance or going down. At the moment, on for the ace. The rest of the team's on the way, however. Is the ace going to present itself? It's just robbed away. The 4K, but not the ace. Unlucky. Lynn Vision, though, still hitting double digits, and this overpass looking a lot cleaner than the last time we saw it.
This is really, really one-sided now. Yeah, you're spot on, right? We looked towards the earlier game, and that went 16-14. And I got to say, well, Lynn Vision, they were good to see it off. There was times where, and I think we can make the pretty fair argument, the team Renewal actually deserved the 2-0. They deserved to take Overpass. They were really good. They were really stepping up in terms of taking a lot of that control. And I think actually their work on T side should have netted them alone. That map and the fact that they did, and they'll go back and watch that and maybe kind of be in dismay. Because it was a brutal way to see it off. Especially getting reverse sweep. Now at a 6-round deficit. It's fantastic work. Great early damage, Yami. 22 points of HP. Not exactly the dream start.
Nope. Not looking good. Westmelon, though, will manage to find a quick double. They're bursting on towards the B-bomb site here. Not messing around. And what do we do? I mean, Westmelon's one guy. Is that the entire team? They don't really know. Meanwhile, a couple players still in bathroom hoping to find something. It's going to be Shinobi down on the bottom bomb site waiting patiently. Flanks coming in from Starry. So they're just looking to confirm the deal. But little do they know how much control they have, how likely they are to secure this B-bomb site. And the answer is very, 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 very likely. Starry confirms the fact with the backstab. And Dobu and Coolest, they have no idea how they've just been fooled. Did not catch that one at all. Should be the round going the way of Lynn Vision. Therefore the half, and 11 rounds as well at that. Absolutely massive stuff, and it should be game-winning stuff, to be honest with you. Amelia looking to close things out. She will do so indeed, and that is the turn of the half. 11-4 in favor of Lynn Vision.
welcome back. Second half, good timing there. 11-4 Lynn Vision over Eruption. It was, safe to say, pretty one-sided. Much more one-sided than our first time we saw this earlier today when Lynn Vision were 8-7 at the half against Team Renewal. They are looking on the home straight to a 2-0 and going into the grand final for a spot in IEM Brazil. I mean, this has been a fantastic showing so far. Really great work. I think for Eruption, they've got a massive mountain to climb, Scriv. And Westman, he's back in this position. He's back here again in short water.
Yeah. Fury. Over on this P2K. That's the one that I'm watching on the Eruption side there. Absolutely goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. They need this pistol if they are to have any chance into it. And it looks pretty good on the back of the burst, you know. Shinobi will catch the first. Starry, good for one, but that is all. The bomb's going to get dropped on the deck. If we can get someone with a double, maybe it looks good for the CT side, but there's no one available for that, apparently. Bomb hits the floor. Any more heads to go? I mean, just buying time. Westmelon's on the flank, needs to arrive about 5 seconds ago. P250 up close is able to just body spam down. Zaka and Fury up against one another. The USP through the smoke is finding a bit of damage, but does have to be very, very careful. Actually swapping out the P250 for a USP of his own, and Zaka has just crept down. I don't know if that's been spotted. I don't think so. He could get the side swipe pretty easily here if he plays his cards right. Oh, the 4x3 as well surely has to be the catcher. Zaka going to try and work through. The spot comes round. Not a lot of ammo, not a lot of HP for both players. This is so intense at this point. Playing around the shadow, trying to just find the headshot, and it's Fury that gets it done. Goodness me, a hell of a pistol, a hell of a back and forth. Fury 5k, he only gets one, but it's worth 5, that's for sure.
That matters a lot. That really does. At least allow Eruption a bit of breathing room. My God, fine margins. Unfortunate as well for Lynn Vision. They did all right. Maybe running low on ammo and a bit of pressure. Did tip the scales the other way. And of course, still a long road to recovery, but it does mean that heading in towards this next round is a much fuller buy for Eruption. We see, you know, the AKs in play. A couple of Mac 10s as well. Just to even out the pack. And thankfully for Lynn Vision, not often you get to say this, they've actually ecoed when they were meant to, which is good to see. Just pistols coming through, no kind of overzealous force buys and making their start to this half all the more uncomfortable.
Ooh. Nasty. Mac 10, ready to make some names, or not as the case may be. Actually getting hunted down by the USP. He's got to be very careful not to give a pointless one away. We'll get one, and they've discovered on this Eruption side that the B-bomb site completely open. Very good indeed. Yeah, now they're just looking for the hunt as well. Try and get some cash onto these Mac 10s. But round will be going the way of Eruption, as you said. Lynn Vision, they know the position that they're in. Do not mess this one up. They've had a tough day so far. Some very close maps in our first series, and you know, I think they can respect from anyone, themselves, another team, that they can really pull this one off given the chance.
This is one of those situations where I think, you know, this is a good start. We could maybe even see things turn around. I still think the T side of Overpass very difficult to get under the wraps. Giving out a lot of money though. Those Mac 10s are walking away with a good amount of cash under their belt, and Zaka won't walk away with too much. A pretty comfortable round. No casualties over towards Eruption, so they're absolutely fine. It does mean, generally speaking, not too bad of a position. Of course, this is just a bonus round for Eruption too. So where they stand right now, it doesn't really matter how this one pans out. Not too much of an investment coming through for them. Bit of U-tool, but all in all, if they're able to make this expensive, you know, if Eruption are able to walk away with 3-4 kills, even if the round's lost, they can take this as a massive silver lining. And they're just flooding out towards B.
Yeah, just flying straight in. I mean, maybe not the move. They're very ready. Starry's in with a big, big double. Fury looking for an entry in towards site itself. Anyone going to give him a peek around the corner? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
Flying Mac 10, though. That doesn't look too bad. Spam through from Starry. Nearly finds 2. However, the head of Fury rolls, and now Dobu going to be all on his lonesome. Surely not a hope in hell. Lynn Vision, once the guns have come into play, are not messing around. Boost up on top of site just to secure it. And Starry with a massive 4K.
Now, once again, back to a position where we get to talk about Lynn Vision and their success on towards this map. Statistically, one of their best as well. It's been a map which you've seen some really comfortable work coming out for them. So all in all, they are sitting so pretty, so comfortable. And they can start to maybe, or we can start, may I say, maybe having conversations about them getting closer to that final, to be one, I think it's best of 3, away from seeing themselves towards Rio. Think about you two. Of course, that was just a bonus, like we said, for Eruption, right? So either way that one came, it's not actually the end of the world, right? If they lost but made it kind of expensive, which they did, I can take the small positives. No warp in play this time, though. Just rifles to work with. Of course, Zaka wielding the big green. Hoping for a little bit of something special from him, especially since Coolest himself doesn't have one to challenge.
Very careful. Tiptoeing in. Flash ineffective. Oh, but the frag is still there for Dobu. Pretty massive one as well. Starry going to get a trade out, the boost, the return boost. You know, Lynn Vision feeling really, really confident with moves like that. Starry running absolute rampant on that B bomb site. Really, really great stuff from him so far.
Now the brakes pump just a tad. What's the plan of action here for Eruption, right? Where did they go? Bomb rotating back over towards B. So it looks like this is going to be potentially maybe a call. Dobu's sending, you know, a bit of util over towards A. On his lonesome. Will that beckon over a rotation back? It actually looks like it is. A rotation coming back over towards A. They might leave that B site pretty stranded. They've stuck their way out.
There we go. Starry at the back end of the site then, being the brick wall over on this B bomb site, continues to be. So it's actually Zaka to find that shot, but surely enough has been done, and it has indeed. No heaven smoke means a 13th will come in for Lynn Vision. Quick, easy, simple. They are absolutely clinical at the moment on this CT side. Eruption have not got an answer. The rifles have fallen by the wayside, and they needed the first couple, to be honest. You can see where the money's at. No bomb plants and a lack of loss bonus means they are just down and out.
I gotta say, this sort of feels like we're rolling out the red carpet for Lynn Vision to get to that final. They're doing really good work. This, again, kind of feels like a bit of a freebie of a round. Should be 14 off the back of this. Arguably, Eruption only got one more full buy left in them. And then this story's done. It's not a comfortable position for them to be in at all. A shot as well, though. X-Bro. Maybe get a little bit of comfortable as he kind of rolls into no man's land. He gets a bullet through the skull. And an AK scooped up, too.
Not bad, not bad. Pretty patient waiting here from that T side. Going to boost up. Oh, it's Amelia to find it, though. Looking really good here on Overpass. Some solid, just, you know, frequent frags. I wouldn't say anything too flashy coming out from her, but some very frequent and consistent frags, ultimately. This feels a bit more like Overpass, doesn't it? Slow wind up here from either side. A big answer, though, as they all just go peeking at the same time. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup. It's all a bit too fast, I think, for everyone involved. Eagle round the corner. Good for one. Don't think so, and he's getting flanked out, so should be... Oh, I was going to say all she wrote, but certainly murder she wrote on that one. Nonetheless, down goes Yami, and that will be the 14th for Lynn Vision.
That's it. This is now already kind of on that road, like we said. That 14th was a bit of a guarantee. And this sort of feels like the final, potentially, full buy. We're going to see out of the side. One more they got in the locker. To come back from this sort of deficit, and of course with a Matt down as well, would require something monumental. This has not really been, you know, generally speaking, a good performance. I think, unfortunately, Eruption, while they may have been fantastic against IHC, it seemed like earlier, they may have used up all of their luck and all of their brilliance in that series to take a 2-0, because they are starting to fall quite considerably flat here. Lynn Vision, their veto has been fantastic. They sort of maybe knew that Anubis was going to get picked into, and they've had a lot of time preparing for it because they looked really solid.
Really solid indeed. X-Pro going to find the first onto Dobu. Quick trade coming in up top. Zaka chiming in with the AWP. And now just Westmelon down below looking for a fight. Molotov comes in. He's going to smoke on top of said Molotov. He loses his life, though. That's all they needed. They just needed him distracted away at the end of the day. So back into a 3-on-3. But look where Starry's at. He's discovered the bomb. And hoping to just sit on top of that. I don't even think that they will expect him to have pushed in here. Coolest thinks he's got good timing.
I think he does. Oh my god, score. Score, was it Zaka, may I say. May not even consider checking this. How do they play? Nice shot. Zaka falls. Coolest had a little bit of a gap to work with, and he exposed it massively. Starry gets a freebie here, though. That's important, and he still keeps control of the bomb. But yes, they got the sight of it towards B, but they've got no control after it.
Okay, nice spray down coming in from Starry as well to pretty much answer the question here. 20 seconds. I don't even think picking up the bomb and, you know, moving in, he's going to have enough time.
I think you're right.
If he does, he's going to have the bomb out, which, you know, Amelia's just so ready for this. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's time. I don't think he can get there.
He's just too far away. Oh, it's awfully close. Especially not when there's a nasty M4 waiting for you there.
Yeah, try as you might, right?
Yeah, right.
But hey, that leaves us at map and series points, and I mean, yeah, you got to give him the credit. This has been a really solid performance from Lynn Vision, and also just to update you for any of those who may not have caught it, it's been actually a really solid performance on the other side. IHC battered Team Renewal 16-2 on Inferno, map number 1, and then 16-6 on Nuke, map number 2. It was, you know, one-sided as it gets. That game, it was done lickety-split, quick. This one looking like it might be more of the same. Nice shot from Zaka for 2. That's quick. That is something. And this one feels like it's dead in the water. It's an AK and a Tech 9 messy fight. It's all down to 1. Scriv, I think we may be at GG.
Yep, looking likely, isn't it? Fury's able to, at the very least, retreat and gather some bearings, get his breath back, but what is that really worth at this point? An inspect of the AK. But yes, certainly got to be all she wrote for this one. Amelia on the top side looking to finish the game here and now. Fury, they know where he's at. Molotov going to come in, just really throwing everything at it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You know, just keep it at bay and certainly do not give Fury the chance back in here. And also, you know, maybe pummel him down to that lower bracket where it is much harsher. There it is. Zaka comes in with it, and that's going to be 16-6. 2-0 through from Lynn Vision. A clinic on Overpass there. Really looking good. And they move forward to the grand final to possibly, maybe, secure that spot tomorrow.
I mean, one more game, right? To sort of decide who's going to get who. And of course, that one's going to be actually a rematch, funny enough. It's going to be IHC taking on Eruption. So that one does once again get a little bit spicy, of course, in towards tomorrow's game. And I got to say, actually, you know, Lynn Vision, while the earlier series against Renewal